Welcome to the first episode of What Ari Said. I'm proud of myself for doing this today because it took a long time. But you know what? We did it. It doesn't matter when. I still did it. But anyways, let's get right into the episode. So today we're just gonna be talking about introduction basically. Like what's my name, where I'm from, blah blah blah. What's at the podcast, why I chose the name and everything. Just like a little bit of introduction for you guys before we actually go into conversations in the next episodes. Okay. So the first episode is going to be about introduction. That's it. So let's get into it. What's my name? Why am I doing that? Okay. Okay. My birth name is Faithful Ololade Ariduno Mebudi. That's the name my parents gave me. But people know me as Ari. I love Ari. Like I feel like the name is powerful. Like the name just resonates with me. Like Ari means powerful. It means strong. It means resilient. Like resilient. It means courageous. I feel like that matches my energy. So that's why I like when people call me Ari because I feel like that matches my personality and it matches my me as a person. And why I chose the name what Ari said. Oh god, I don't know. I actually do not know. I actually don't know. I actually just chose the name because what Ari said. What I say is period. That's it. Okay, let's be serious here. I actually don't know why I chose the name. It just came in my head. I'm like, I'm gonna call this podcast what Ari said. But anyways, here we're gonna be calling ourselves sisters. Because we're sisters. Like we are meant to be sisters. Like I feel like women are so against each other these days that we actually forget that we are we actually have the same bodies. Like we actually have the same bodies. We might have different shapes and sizes, but we actually have the same organs. We have the same organs. It's funny. And it's like we are sisters. We're meant to be together. And I feel like women actually meant to work together. When women are in team, is the powerful one. I've seen it over and over again, and I cannot stop emphasizing on women actually supporting women. And this podcast is just about addressing issues that actually are not in favor of women, the challenges we face as women, what we do as women, how we see life as women. Just grow. Like I'm not here to gossip or to bring bad. I'm not here to downgrade anybody or make any other or make men look less. No, I'm just here to empower women. I'm here to offer us to grow. That's what this podcast is for. It's growth. It's for encouragement. It's for love. It's for actually building a community of strong women, not strong women that cannot, strong women that still prioritize their rest, that still prioritize their mental health, that still prioritize their bodies, that still prioritize their fitness, their eating, their mental wellness, their sexuality, like everything, the aura. I feel like we carry so much beauty as women. Like our aura is so beautiful, and I feel like we're losing touch of that so much. And I want us to know that we are actually enough. And from someone who has battled with self-esteem and so much in the past, I feel like I am, and I've conquered everything. I feel like I'm here to actually just help women who are actually going through that. You know, women who are actually going through like self-esteem issues, who are actually going through like growth, controlling themselves, habits, bad habits, whatever challenges you can actually think of as a woman. I'm here to actually have a conversation about that with you. And I'm actually open to opinions and suggestions from you guys, my listeners, because of course, what am I going to listen to if not you guys? Even if I'm not going to listen, but I will sometimes, not always. But okay. Okay, so what else? Okay, where am I from? I'm from Nigeria, but I live in Edmonton. I live in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Yes, I came here 4 years ago. I'm working right now. You guys know about that later when you guys get to know me properly. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Hmm. Okay, so today we're just gonna be talking about Toxic traits. I feel like no, I don't feel. But I actually think everybody is toxic in different ways. But one thing I've realized about toxic people that don't want to change is that they're always trying to make themselves the victim, and they put us in positions where we always have to look like we have to apologize for every single thing we do, even if it has to be with us being ourselves. We have to we have to apologize for just being ourselves. I feel like that's whack. I feel like that's sad. And I feel like it happens to a lot of women these days. And even in friendships, in relationships, like we don't have to take that. We don't have to be with people who make us feel less for ourselves. Because I've realized that when you are around people who are actually that actually feel less of themselves, you start to feel less of yourself. Because now, what people don't understand is that when you are around somebody, we share energy. People don't get it. We actually like if someone is sitting beside me and is moody, I am going to get instantly moody if I'm not in control of my emotions. But that's even if I am in so much in control of my energy, of my emotions, as long as that person is sitting right beside me, is moody, you are there's a high chance your mood is going to change because we actually share energy. Like we are magnetic as human beings. We mag- we actually have magnets like we have feelings that connect us together, right? That's why when someone likes you, sometimes you don't know, you just have to feel that kind of likeness towards them, even if it's a little bit. Trust me, when someone that likes you is around you, that like you know that likes you, you cannot hate them 100%. You're gonna have a little bit of likeness towards them. It might not be immediately, but as long as you are with them, as long as you spend time with them, you are going to like them. Pe- People don't get it. That's why even when also someone doesn't like you, or if someone is actually doesn't like resonating with you, you are also not going to be in that space with them. You're gonna feel the energy when someone doesn't like you. Like people don't get it. It's magnetic. So I feel like we as human beings, everybody has toxic traits. All of us have toxic traits. But I feel like one thing that we should always endeavor to understand is that you cannot live life always going about with your toxic traits. You have to be at the point in your life where you have to say, okay, you know what? I have to change. I have to do better for myself. Because I feel like when you actually decide to be better for yourself, when you decide to do things that actually resonate with your soul, with your body, I you would be able to understand that there are a lot of things that you're doing that you don't need to do. People don't get it. You don't need to always be the person who is always on the receiving end of life. Like you can actually embody so much courage in yourself and actually say that even if I feel this way today, I don't have to feel that same way tomorrow. You don't always have to have a face, you don't always have to have a mood. Even if you have a mood, I feel like when you're even having a mood, you should isolate, like not ask yourself, but like take yourself to a particular point where it's like, okay, you know what, I'm just gonna step up for a bit because you know that energy transfers, right? And everybody, and I feel like when we start to actually regulate our emotions as well as women, we actually would actually start to look at things out of feelings and logically. There's some things that I've actually done in the past that I've swear that more I didn't want it. Nah, I didn't want it. But just because, just because at that point I'm feeling that way, but I'm just gonna do it because that at that point is what how I'm feeling. Girl, if you do things based on how you are feeling, you are going to end up feeling that way almost every time. And when you haven't done doing what how you're feeling, as- when you're done doing the thing you did out of how you are feeling, you actually start to regret. And that's when people have regrets. They have, oh my god, I shouldn't have done this. Oh my god, I should have done that. Oh my god, this. Oh my god, that. But baby, you know the consequences of this thing. You still went ahead to do it. Then you knock once, oh my god, I shouldn't have done it. No one is perfect, but I feel like we need to start holding ourselves accountable, especially when we start to do things that make no sense. Genuinely. If we're doing things that are not good for us, but we're doing it either ways, then I feel like we need to actually start to regulate and tell ourselves, that, okay, when I do this thing, what's the aftermath of what I'm doing? People don't get it. They don't understand that when you do certain things, then you start to feel like, oh my god, I shouldn't have done it. but you did it anyways, though. People like you don't understand. You did it anyways. Like you actually took yourself and you did it anyways. And that's weird because like you knew the consequence we were doing. Everybody's quite aware of themselves, especially you're not self-aware. Me, if I do something and I know that I'm not meant to do it, the next morning I'm gonna feel like shit because I know for certain that I shouldn't have done that thing. And that's why we shouldn't put ourselves in that kind of situation because now you're just going to break down. You're going to break down all your body, your soul, your mind. You're going to, oh my God, how am I going to, oh my God, no, this is a mistake. I'm going to, you cannot keep making five mistakes every single time. It's not possible. Makes no sense. You cannot be, you can't be doing that. You need to start, we need to start holding ourselves accountable. Like, even, like, you don't have, I feel like as adults, grown women, you don't need anybody to checkmate you. I'm maybe you do need, but I feel like you should able to hold yourself and say, you know what, now me fuck up. So now me go see carry the cross. Yeah, it's gonna be sad, but you need to actually start holding ourselves accountable a lot of things because like when we are like, oh my god, I know yeah, it's just a mistake. You're not holding yourself accountable though. Yeah, it's good to be to know to say kind things to yourself. I know, no break down walls and not make yourself look weird and blah 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 blah. But honestly, it's like if you don't hold yourself accountable, you're always going to lie to yourself and actually going to make yourself look like what you're doing makes sense when clearly we all know that doesn't make sense. Period. Honestly. So we need to start holding ourselves accountable. You know, if you have toxic traits, I know that it's deeply affecting your life. Fix it. I'm so sorry. Fix it. I don't think anybody should be a fixer for you. If you know, people can actually just let you know that okay, I feel like you have these traits, da 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 da. But you should take it upon yourself to fix it, to actually make yourself be better, to a better person. I feel like the world lacks good people a lot because everybody is just the idea of positivity is mumu. If you are a good person, you are a clown. And honestly, it's like we need to actually start holding ourselves accountable for behaviors that we do. Some kind of controversial put ourselves in, some kind of ideas to put ourselves in. Like anything that actually makes us don't feel good, don't do it. If you feel like like gossiping, going out at least at night, going to the club, da 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 da. If anything that you feel like doesn't make you feel good, don't do it. Honestly, don't, don't genuinely, because when you wake up the next morning, you're gonna feel like shit, and you're gonna say, "Why did I do it?" But you did it anyways. So honestly, my today's topic, I mean today's conclusion for today's whatever we just did now, because I'm new to this. It's just that we need to start holding ourselves accountable for things that we are doing in life. You know, if you have toxic traits, you need to work on them. If you feel like you're lacking in one way or the other, you do have self discipline, you should work on them. If you feel like you're a bad person, or you're a bad friend, or a bad relationship partner, you're wherever you are, work on them. I feel like no one should be carrying a plaque and say, yes, I'm a bad person, and so what? You are a bad person, and so everything. Because trust me, you cannot be a bad person and want people to like you. I'm so sorry. It makes no sense to me. I I, I don't think I can actually resonate. I don't understand how that works. I don't understand why people feel like that is okay. Genuinely. I don't know why people feel like that's okay to be a bad person. I don't know why people feel like it's a crown. It's not a crown. You being a bad person is actually irritating. It is actually very, very, very disgusting. And you should not be that person. Please. You being a mean girl is not cute. Trust me, it's not aesthetically pleasing. You just look like a grumpy old person. Before you know, you start getting wrinkles because of how mean you are. Come on, girls. Like, let's start holding ourselves accountable. Like, forget, uh, just hold yourself accountable for things that you actually do. Say, I fucked up, yes. The consequences are there, yes. I'm gonna be sad, yes. But you know what? I'm not gonna do it again. Let's start doing that to ourselves because we're making too many stupid mistakes. It's disgusting. Please. Honestly, please. I don't have to laugh because I had to crash out. Okay. But yeah, let's actually start holding ourselves accountable, okay, women? Let's do that with love and pride. Let's start doing that with grace. Let's start holding ourselves accountable and start doing the things that we actually want to do for ourselves. I feel like women have so much potential. We just lose it just because we make the wrong decisions in life. There are a lot of grown ass women, lots of women who are out there who are great in life and they have made mistakes in their life. But guess what they did? They turned around and make those mistakes their reality. And they have made those, they have stood up from those mistakes, they have moved past it, they have held themselves accountable, and now they're great. You can be that person too. You can be that person. Never forget that you could be that person. Never let anybody deceive you and say that, oh, because of the mistakes you have made, you are easy lie. They are lying to you. You can be that person. You are that person. You are meant to be that person. God has designed a destiny for everybody. And regardless of whatever mistakes you have made in life, you are still going to attain your destiny as long as you work towards it. Never lose yourself for anybody. Always love yourself and be the person that also wants to love, not just to receive love, or will also want to give love. Because I realize that people these days want to receive love but don't want to give it. I think love is a two-way street. You cannot want love and not want to give out love. You're not going to get any. The other person at the other end is not a robot, is a human being just like you. Let's all try to love one another and support women, okay? So, for conclusion today, I know I rambled and rambled and rambled and rambled a lot today, but you know what? I still got it done. And I just came up to do this with you guys. But anyways, until next week. Bye, guys.